Hello and welcome to vignette number 15. My name is Cheryl Bradley. I'm a spiritual medium, and this is almost part two from the prior vignette, vignette number 14, where it kind of explains what the grayscale is on the spiritual side while incarnated. And again, it's not that our spirits have this certain color. It's more of um, our truth of where we are and what we need to do to ascend higher while incarnated, and to know where you are, to know is power. And this is I've been sent a metaphor and I use it quite often, and this is a slide that I really need to introduce it to. And it's a pearl, and you can see that I have my pearl here on the side, and it's find your pearl. And so what that means is truth is a beautiful, it's wisdom. And so if I go to that pearl shell and I open it, and sometimes it's easy to open it because that truth is okay for me to accept, but sometimes that truth is very difficult for me to accept. So if I have to really work at opening that shell, and I get that beautiful gift, that pearl, that is truth. And with truth, you can always move with. Truth really does set you free because it makes you acknowledge and make changes if you need to make changes. Truth is peace. So I always encourage you to go find your pearl. And so for today's vignette, I encourage you to be brave, be beautiful, and really sit with yourself and see what your scale is. What is your what is your scale? And you can move from there, right? If I'm at a place where I feel comfortable, then I'm going to try and keep that moving in the right direction. If I'm uncomfortable, or I don't feel as this is really where I want to be, then move to find where you want to be. Because we can act with spirit. If you open to spirit and you open your heart, you can only go lighter or lighter. It's a beautiful path should you choose that, and I encourage you, and that's my mission here, that I hope to help you see your truths so you can live a beautiful and peaceful life. So let's have a conversation about the different, and I've just chosen four categories. And once you've decided what you are, maybe there's a person in your life that you want to kind of look at. And maybe that will uncover some truth for you too. Maybe that is a person that you want to emulate, or you know they're lighter, so maybe it's something that you want to aspire to. And maybe if someone is on the darker side, that will create a truth for you, why you feel the way that you do with that person. So again, it's very personal and it's very spiritual. But again, truth is knowledge. And I strongly encourage you to find your pearl and open that shell, because that wisdom, that pearl, is a gift. All right. So here are the different categories. And again, you can always pause the slide and read this on your own. I'm not gonna read them kind of verbatim. I'm just gonna move through them. So your white is your purest of light spirit, and what I was encouraged you with spirit is go straight across. So when you're looking at that one category, go straight across, and you can see the varying differences between each. So it's the purest, where dark is the darkest of the lightest spirit. And again, I need to reiterate that these are not dark spirits. We're not talking about the evil of the left door spirits. We're talking about lighted spirits. But lighted spirits can also be dark. They're not. They're and they're here to be better, right? To go up a scale, to become better. That's our ascension. And so the white is about 10%. Dark is about 10% of the Earth's population, and 80%, most of us are right in this light to medium gray. The whiter have the higher spiritual knowledge, the seekers of knowledge, because again, the more you can seek your higher self out, your spirits, you can only get lighter. It's a beautiful existence. And so your light gray is kind of awakening. They're saying, something is different. Something is, I don't know what it is, but something's out there. And I'm open to it. I'm curious about it. And then the medium gray are generally more of the sleepers, like there's nothing over there. And then the dark gray is completely absent, right? They don't have any feel for the spiritual side. Authentic with positive approach is your white. The light gray, they question their self-worth. Well, I really shouldn't. I'm not really not. And you know those type of spirits as well. And your medium they hide behind a disguise. And again, these are very very foundational pieces. So certainly look for your own words when you're moving through these as well. But those are hiding behind a facade. They have there's an air about them that they only want you to see what they want you to see, but inside they're not very happy or lightful people. And the dark gray are just your power feeders, right? They just all ego. It's all about power. And so the spirit moves through a white to help them move, to help those in need. And those white spirits that are listening, you understand what that means. I don't know why I said that, but it helped that person, or I'm feeling that they need this. And that's the beauty of white spirits is we are open, so we are also open to transmit information to others, to seek them out. I know this person needs help. I'm going to go seek them out, right? That's what a white spirit does. A light spirit wants to help, and it's not that they're not a helper. They want to help others, but not so much themselves. And truly, you have to find your light before your light can emulate to others. So the light grays are wanting to help others, but not really wanting to help themselves. And then your medium grays they're the fearful ones, and maybe striking out at others, and a little short fused on matters that they shouldn't be so short fused. And the dark gray, of course, of lack all compassion. They pretend to care, but they truly don't care. And so the final category is love with their heart open. They are boundless with love. They don't judge, or we're all perfectly imperfect. So it's not that it's 100% of the time a white spirit is 100% white. When I say that, it's not a color, but we are perfectly imperfect. So we all make mistakes. We all we all have things that we can atone to. But again, for the most part, their heart is open, and they always are looking to love with that heart open. The light gray is guarded. I don't want to be hurt. I don't know. The medium gray is absent because they're very much of fear. And the dark gray loves only their egos and the power over people. So again, very broad, but I think that you can find yourself and or a loved one in between here. And again, no matter what color you are, you can regress, right? You can go and move this lifetime without as much success as you were hoping, and you can get brighter, right? You can progress. So I leave you with that. I leave you with your pearl. And I always encourage you, when you're seeking out your truth, if it's light, if it feels light, you have to trust that it's right. And again, I welcome you to subscribe below. I wish you a beautiful and lighted day. God bless.